To really make money in crypto, you want to be early, and Launchpads are a cheat code. I talk about Launchpads all the time. It's how I was able to basically make all my money in crypto so far. And in this video, I would like to show you the best Launchpads out there, but the most affordable Launchpads. So they are high risk, but the return could also be high, and that's what's most important. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on, and let's get right into it. Now, before I'm gonna start the video, I need your help. I got nominated. It's quite funny. Usually I'm a loser. So maybe this time I'm a loser as well. But by playtoearn.net, I got nominated. And I'm going to leave the link down below for the best content creator 2023. That's an absolute honor, of course. In the GameFi category right here, you can find the Fomo Factory. So I don't even know where the fuck it is. Where is my name? There we are, the Fomo Factory. So if you would like to help me and make me win this thing, definitely go to the link below, select this, press the You're Not a Robot. You have to log in, but it would help me a lot. And if you are in our Telegram, let me know in our Telegram if you did this, and I'm gonna pick a couple of winners because I'm gonna get a prize for this of like 2K. I'm gonna share it with the community. Doesn't matter. I just love to win something like this. I think it's a big honor. So thank you, playtoearn.net. Anyway, the best Launchpads. If you look at this, these are the numbers that new projects did through Launchpads. They did up to a 900x. If you look, for example, Blocktopia was one of Seedify's biggest releases, did up to a 700x. Cake Monster, I worked with them back in the future. Okay, DeLorean. I worked with them back in the past, which is super cool, 500x. But you see MetaVPad, PulsePad, GameFi, that's also now a Launchpad, by the way. And a lot of Launchpads that did actually pretty well themselves. But you can make crazy numbers. There's a downside to it though. Let's, for example, take a look at Seedify. Now, the thing is with Seedify, to have the highest allocation, you have to have 100,000 Seedify tokens. But 100,000 Seedify tokens is currently $360,000 to get the highest tier. Not a lot of people have $360,000 laying around, right? And you don't have to go to the highest tier right away. I mean, you can go to tier 5, make a couple of good launches, use that money to tier up again. That's usually how you get into it, right? But this is quite expensive. Now, of course, Seedify, you pay for quality. Seedify is by far the best Launchpad out there. But still, it's not the most affordable one. So in this video, I would like to go over 5 Launchpads which are really affordable compared to Seedify or a DAO maker or whatever, which have the potential to also do very well. Numero uno, ChainGPT. ChainGPT is a Launchpad with a current market cap of $42 million. And to compare, Seedify now has $350 million, give or take. 350 fully diluted, market cap $200 million. So ChainGPT is undervalued compared to Seedify by 5x. And I think that ChainGPT is actually some Launchpad that could make these numbers. ChainGPT is more than a Launchpad. It's basic. It also got released by Seedify, by the way. But it's initially an AI project where you can write smart contract code so you can make your own coin, create NFTs in their NFT generator. They do a lot of cool stuff, but they are now also a Launchpad, and they got their shit together right away. So I don't want to make this too long. I don't want to review the projects themselves, but I mostly want to talk about how expensive or cheap it is to get into such a Launchpad. And usually it's very simple. Just Google, in this case, ChainGPT tier system, and you will find out about their tier system right here. So what you can find right here is that if you have one ChainGPT, that's 1 tier point. But if you stake it in a 365 days pool, you get 2 points for every ChainGPT token that you have. So the tier system is like this. If you want to have, and again, you don't have to go in the highest tiers right away. If you just don't have the funds, then it's not possible, right? But the lower tiers are also worth it. But if we do take a look at the diamond tier, for example, you need 200,000 points, right? So if you stake it in the longest pool, it means you need 100,000 tokens. Well, 100 tokens, sorry, is at the moment, sorry, yeah, no, that's correct, $13,000 to get into the highest tier, which is way more accessible. And still, it's a lot of money, but to get in the highest tier of one of the best performing Launchpads, it's a steal. Now, you could have a triple diamond tier, for example. That's also what I have for What Do You Meme? Then you have to have 300,000 tokens, right? So then you pay a little more, then you pay 40K. So hey, yes, it is still expensive, but if you have a release, like for example, if we do take a look at ChainGPT, right? Here, they release, like for example, Chappies. 10x. It's at all-time high, 12x, but let's say it's sitting at a 10x. Let's say you invest 2K and you do a 10x. That's already $20,000 in return, right? And your investment was for Chappies around 3K, I think, back then when you had the highest tier. So, hey, one or two of these lunches and you have your initial money back already. Well, that's what's super important to me. Now, another Launchpad, well, there are two Launchpads which are doing just, they looked at ChainGPT and they said, we are going to do exactly the same. All right, exactly the same. On one hand, I feel like, why? Copy it, but on the other hand, they copy something that works very well, so why not, right? Well, one of them is, let me save the low cap for last. One of them is DEX Check. Now, DEX Check is basically initially DEX tools. It's a DeFi analyzer platform where you can follow wallets, where you can follow whales. It helps you investing. It's a really awesome platform, and I use it all the time. If you enter the app, you can see it right here. They have a lot of token analytics, wallet analyzers, crypto whale trackers, but they now also have their private sale Launchpad, and they have quite some sales already coming up. And oh my god, they have Xverse, by the way, which I really like, because Xverse is something that I did a private seed investment in for What Do You Meme with a ridiculous amount. But this project is looking damn good, damn good. I love this. But this has quite some sales so far. So far, they did GT Protocol, Script Network, and Friend 3. And so far, they have a decent track record, right? 7x, 41x. So yeah, that's cool. It's private rounds, seed rounds, really cool. So what would it cost you to participate in something like this? Well, also 100,000 tokens gives you the highest tier, and in this case, that's $3,500. And also you can choose to go with the triple Oracle tier, and it's around 10K. And that will give you an allocation of around $1,200 per sale. So you need an 8x to get your initial staking for the DEX check token out of it. Now, there is another platform that's doing exactly the same, and that's AI Tech. You might wonder, what do all these projects have in common if they do the same? Well, they are released by Decubate, and Decubate make sure that they have their tokenomics together. They release them, they create the staking platforms, and they also made that for ChainGPT. And you know, DexCheck and Solid as AI Tech probably knocked on Decubate's door and said, hey, we want the same. So there it is. Now, again, it's like they steal a good idea, right? And that's fine, but still, it is stealing, and it's not really their own. So I don't know how sustainable this is. It is high risk, but yeah, like I said, again, it's also high reward if it works out. With AI Tech, it's a lot cheaper, right? 100,000 tokens is now $1,600. Do you want a triple, quadruple tier, whatever? You can get 300,000 for $5,000. And why didn't this moon? Well, because their first release completely sucked. And that's what I like, because in that case, there's FOMO, people are scared, people don't like it, the price goes down, and that's where you usually get in. Now the next one, something that I thought it was dead. Apparently this is not looking dead. I talked about it right here somewhere, and I said like, guys, if you want a really high risk piece of shit launchpad which is not performing and the team doesn't know how to communicate at all, hey, then buy this, right? But no, apparently they kind of they just let the bear market do its thing, and now I said like they only have to do something, and it's going up because the market cap was just like way too low, and it's still like crazy low. And it shows it absolutely took off. So this is Paragen, and Paragen, I still don't like it. In all honesty, they kind of straightly copy pasted Seedify. The logo looks exactly the same like Seedify. How it's just all looking like it's exactly Seedify, and yeah, I cannot appreciate something like that. But hey, if it makes you money, it makes you money. Now they have pay tax coming according to their website. I say that according to their website because I just don't trust the Paragen team. I noticed that they followed me on Twitter and they may see this video. Yeah, sorry, but like you do not know how to communicate. But hey, whatever, you're doing fine right now, and I hope it all turns around. So let's take a look at that. Now, Paragen, they just updated their staking tier system, and I don't know if this is the new one right here. Yeah, this is the new one. So first you had to have 100,000 tokens to be in the top tier. Now they updated that to 500,000 tokens because 100,000 was just like way too cheap, and then of course you cannot expect any growth. 500, 1, 2, 3. Now the highest tier will cost you $18,000. Not too long ago, the highest tier would have cost you $100, give or take, right? So, but damn, they're still super low cap, and if they manage to deliver, then it could definitely go up very, very, very hard, in my opinion. The last one that I think is interesting is Game Starter. Why? Because their name is Game Starter. Very simple. It sounds stupid, but it's actually true. Gaming is a big hype. It will be even a way bigger hype. And Launchpads starters are a big hype. Now, they in the name already combine it. And people are stupid. They just look at something like that and be like, oh, that's good. Right? Let's front run that a little bit. We know how these people are gonna act, right? So they're currently sitting at a $4 million market cap. We have seen Launchpads being 100 times as high as that. So in that case, it is definitely interesting to take a look at it. And there are, by the way more Launchpads and also low caps and all of that. But I had to pick 5, man. So it's pretty clear that the projects that they're going to release, Prism, $43 million valuation, 150K total raise. Well, they have Project Hive coming, Cryptology, Boss Fighters, Pixel Pix, and Bit Rivals. So what is their tier system? Well, to be honest, that's pretty complicated. The first round is always a private round or the VIP round. To attain the VIP status in this program, you will need to stake a higher quantity of game tokens than in previous rounds, and as a result, you will have access to larger ticket sizes. So it is not really that clear, like, okay, but you at least need that and that many tokens. So that's quite hard to figure out right here. Anyway, then when that's done, it's going to a private round, and then what's left is going to a public round. But I want to know how many tokens you need. So sometimes you just want to jump into the Telegram and ask what should be listed on the website. So this is how our last IDO worked. Not this is how it works. No, the last IDO went like this. So, but okay. First round, minimum staking required, 30k tokens. Ticket size allocation, 10k. Okay, covered by Game Starter Protection Protocol, which is good. Like, let me tell that most Launchpads should have a refund policy, right? Otherwise, you just suck. The second round is a private round. You need at least 3,000 tokens. And the third round, you do not even need to stake the token. You just need to have the token. So, okay, cool. 30,000 tokens. What will that cost you? Well, 30,000 of these tokens is currently worth 30, 1, 2, 3. $5,000. So $5,000 and you are set for a pretty huge allocation in Game Starter. So this is my moonshot call right here. Now there are way more Launchpads, which are like, Launchpads are popping off of the ground. You have all these Bluezilla, like AI tech, BSC pattern, etc. But these are the low caps, which I think could perform. Again, they are all high risk. I don't consider ChainGPT high risk relevant to the rest of the list, but the rest of the list is high risk relevant to the rest of the list. Okay, but then again, no risk, no worry. So I hope you like the video. If you do like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notification on. Let me know down below if you have any good Launchpads that you're looking at, and don't forget to vote so I can get a stupid prize and give it away again because I'm like that. All right, see you guys.